Vybz Kartel phone has been examined. The experts reports releases next week, said Kartel attorney.
Alright, so the phone has been examined. It is now up to the experts to provide the report, and that is what we're awaiting for the matter to go forward. I believe it was the 21st of June, but we should have them within a week.
Vybz Kartel's phone under probe. A cell phone belonging to incarcerated dancehall DJ Vybz Kartel, which featured prominently in his 2014 murder conviction, was recently examined by defense attorneys. According to high-profile lawyer Bert Samuels, who represents Kartel's co-accused Sean Storm Campbell, was speaking with the Jamaica Observer yesterday. Vybz Kartel's phone was recently examined by defense experts. Though it's Kartel's, it was used against Campbell, he said. During the 2014 trial, lawyers maintained that the phone evidence used to convict the men was contaminated, as police had used the phone's data.
Personally and professionally, I can tell you,
tampering of evidence in any criminal investigation is a serious offense. Let's get that clear, she said. Secondly, we have clearly established that the data on the BlackBerry mobile device was used. Justice Leonard Campbell, who had presided over the initial trial, admitted that the phone evidence was compromised. The police officers, when questioned under oath at the trial, and was asked was anyone authorized to use the mobile phone device, said no. The phone was left in the locker and must have dialed itself. He was asked if the phone dialed itself more than 3 times, he answered yes. The data, in other words, is the amount of credit that was on the device. Vybz Kartel is a well-successful entertainer, so imagine the substantial amount of credit that might have been on the device. That was used by the police, unauthorized. This has not yet been clarified to us attorneys. This evidence is one of the many important factors that cannot be overlooked in going forward in the case. We must establish what the data credit on the BlackBerry device was used for. Did the policeman that used the phone call his girlfriend? Whatever it was for, we need to know. This is a vital piece of information that can actually be classed as stealing from the offender while he's in their custody. In Jamaican terms, the police rinse out demand credit. Does the use of the credit means tampering with evidence? I will let you be the judge on that question. Let's take a look at the criminal law meaning of tampering of evidence. Did the use of the phone cause changes to the final outcome of the case, or alter the evidence presented to the court, to subsequently show the evidence in a different way to the juries, when reaching their decision of a guilty or not guilty verdict?
In layman's term, the conviction is upheld. They have lost their appeal to the Jamaican Court of Appeal. All 4 have lost their appeals to the Jamaican Court of Appeal.
What reason the phone was used, we ain't sure, and that is just one of the purpose of having the device re-examined over again by professional overseas experts.
my view, I was not in the trial. Remember that, I did not do the trial, it was Mr. Finson. But when I read the transcripts, which were 10 volumes, it was my view that he did not get a fair trial. So we are confident in that, and we will be pursuing that.
Justice Lennox Campbell, who presided over the trial, also admitted that the phone evidence was compromised. Last year, Vybz Kartel and his co-accused were granted permission to appeal to the Privy Council in the United Kingdom to challenge their murder conviction. Samuels said he had no new information on the process, but his client remained confident. No updates, he said. Sean Storm, a former member of Vybz Kartel's Portmore empire, was convicted along with his mentor on April 3, 2014 for the murder of Clive Lizard Williams in 2011. Kahira Jones and Andre St. John were also convicted. All received life sentences by Justice Lennox Campbell. Vybz Kartel, given name Adidja Palmer, was initially given 35 years before being eligible for parole. It was, however, reduced to 32 years and 6 months. Andre St. John, who had to serve 30 years before being eligible for parole, had his shaved down to 27 years and 6 months. Sean Storm and Kahira Jones, who had to serve 25 years before being eligible, had theirs reduced to 22 years and 6 months. Attorney has confirmed that result from examinations of Vybz Kartel cell phone said to be vital evidence in the case will be available next week. One member of Vybz Kartel legal team, attorney at law Alexander, said, the phone was examined last month. Alexander, attorney at law. Last September, Vybz Kartel and his co-accused was not granted leave to appeal their murder conviction at the UK-based Privy Council. It follows judgment back in April when the appeal of the murder conviction against the popular dancer artist and his co-accused was rejected by the Court of Appeal. It was further indicated in the ruling that they have been granted leave to appeal against the issue, to include the trial judge's refusal to discharge the juries following his inquiring into the issue of jury impartiality. The rulings has also stated that the offenders has been granted leave to appeal the High Court handling of fresh evidence during the hearing of the matter. Last year's director of the public prosecution DDP Paula Lewin said Vybz Kartel legal team wanted a cell phone containing controversial voice notes, used as evidence in murder trial that convicted him, to be sent overseas via a courier service. DDP was responding to disappear comments about her office published in the media that were attributed to one of Kartel attorney Isaac Buchanan. Ms. Lewin releases a 6-page letter in response to the comment in which she reveals that her office moving to report Isaac Buchanan to the disciplinary committee of the General Legal Counsel. This is part 1, and one of the 3 factual reasons why Vybz Kartel will be a free man. Share the video, like and subscribe now, and make sure you press the bell icon, so you can be notified when I post part 2 and the second reason of the 3 factual reasons Vybz Kartel will be a free man very soon. Question for all my viewers: can a judge openly admit tampering of evidence in court and still convict you with the same evidence? Please do share your thoughts, intrigued to hear your views. Gaza Nation. Keep calm and watch freedom. Free world boss. Gaza.
Exclusive and mad thing underneath for have it.
Right now, that's the future that this FL exclusive. Kartel at the best. Yeah, mad thing, man. Dig up the whole border. That's what it is. It's in Boston's cheap.
Alright, so the cell phone has been examined. It is now up to the expert to provide the report, and that is what we're awaiting for the matter to go forward.